This forum is a major milestone event for UNCTAD and for Kenya, since it's the first time that the forum is being held in Africa, and we in Kenya are honored to have been asked to host this very important event. I take this opportunity also to welcome all the delegates to our beautiful country, Kenya. The theme, as we have been told, of this forum, empowering African economies in the digital era, is a theme that could not be more appropriate. Digital technology can and will greatly contribute to the advancement, first and foremost, of the continent's economic and trade agenda, because as you're all aware, this year in March, in Kigali, Rwanda, during our African Union Summit, many of our African countries signed up to the agreement on the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, and this agreement aims at bringing together all our African economies to form a single continental free trade area. For this to happen, digital technology is critical in order to enable Africa realize her objective of promoting intra-Africa trade by easing and accelerating cross-border communication, but also payments. Ladies and gentlemen, for Africa to benefit from e-commerce and the digital economy, the policy environment has to be conducive. And it is therefore of utmost importance that appropriate attention should be given to this sector. In this regard, I consider it more than appropriate for Africa to begin a meaningful debate and engagement on e-commerce and digital economy, focusing, just as a starting point, on policy areas identified by the UNCTAD E-Business Readiness Assessment Program that was launched in 2016. The policy areas identified by this initiative include, amongst other things, assessing the readiness of countries to engage in e-commerce and the digital economy, to ensuring adequate and affordable information and communication technology infrastructure, to facilitating payment solutions for cross-border e-commerce, to adapting trade logistics to the digital era, but also to protecting consumers online and the privacy of digital platform users. It will also involve building skills for digital economy and also improving access to finance for startups and growing businesses in the digital sector on the African continent. Ladies and gentlemen, my government has been in the front line in promoting the use of digital technology to enhance the delivery of services to our citizens. This, I believe, is evidenced by the substantial investment that we have put over the years in the development of information communication technology information, such as our fiber optic network, connection between Kenya and the rest of the world, as well as the development of the national digital infrastructure that connects all our 47 counties and sub-counties. The objective here has been to reduce the cost and time taken by our citizens and our businesses to get government services. This has seen enhanced use of technology to file taxes through our iTax platform, the issuance of government documents such as passports and visas through the e-Citizen platform. And I can equally not fail to underscore the now world-famous M-Pesa money transfer services, an innovation that has put Kenya on the global technology map. This innovation has revolutionized money transfer services and improved financial coverage to Kenyan citizens who could not be reached by conventional banks and other financial service providers. I want to assure you that my administration will continue to promote such technology innovations by ensuring conducive policy environment which balance between innovation and regulation to ensure that Kenya remains ahead in ICT. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now widely agreed that the rapid rise of electronic commerce and the digital economy are transforming the way in which people and businesses interact. Digital economy, or digital technology, is virtually transforming every aspect of our lives and will continue to do so in the years ahead. It is, however, important to note that digital transformations also bring various challenges and costs. To cope with these challenges calls for more effective collaboration among all stakeholders, coming with ways to retain labor so as to fit into the new skills that are required. And indeed, governments in Africa need to recognize the need for this collaboration to enhance the readiness of their economies to participate in e-commerce and digital economy. Knowledge obtained from events such as the one we are participating in this week is therefore indispensable to each and every one of us. During the Africa Union e-commerce conference held in July 2018 here in Nairobi, substantial efforts to enhance the understanding of e-commerce and the digital trade landscape in Africa were made. The conference recommended that a two-pronged strategy be considered to avoid premature de-industrialization. It recommended that we encourage traditional manufacturing and that we digitize manufacturing. In addition, it was agreed that market information and intelligence were critical to foster trade opportunities across the African continent. This should be supported by smart policies, including targeted skills development that is necessary to protect and advance the interest of African entrepreneurs as well as emerging businesses. Therefore, Africa's agenda for integration, industrialization, structural transformation, and economic diversification can be enhanced through digital technology. Removal of barriers to digital technologies is therefore a key necessity. Ladies and gentlemen, as my administration progresses in implementing what we now call our Big Four agenda, manufacturing being one of the pillars, these elements of digital economy will be instrumental in planning for the industries of the future. And I therefore look forward to getting more ideas that can strengthen our resolve to enhance our manufacturing sector, a sector that we wish to be competitive and that will remain sustainable in a digital economy. Ladies and gentlemen, this time Africa must seize every opportunity to secure its rightful place. And Africa must jealously guard against being marginalized in the designing and setting up of global rules for e-commerce. Africa should build her digital knowledge base and engage on this basis to ensure that any development of disciplines in e-commerce has a development content that advocates the future of Africa's integration and industrialization agenda through the digital economy and in line with our African Union Vision 2063. As I conclude my remarks, I wish to thank the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, the African Union and the European Union, and especially my friend Mukisa Kitui, for your commitment to development of Africa and indeed the entire globe through trade. I want to thank all our partners for their collaboration in the organization and hosting of this important forum. And I also wish to thank the E-Trade for all partners, the E-Commerce Forum Africa, the Business for E-Trade Development, for their valuable contributions to the current discussions on digital economy, which I believe will inform Africa's choices, or which path that we need to take to the digital economy and e-commerce of the 21st century.